The gala was everything money could buy: crystal chandeliers, polished marble floors, and the kind of laughter that fills a room but never really warms it. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of small moments to change lives, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness True Stories. Also, tell us in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? Ava Sterling stood at the center of it all, dressed in a midnight blue gown that could silence a room, holding a glass of champagne she hadn't sipped in an hour. To every executive, every investor, every board member in that hall, she was a legend. The woman who had built Sterling Enterprises from a two-bedroom apartment into a billion-dollar empire before the age of 38. But behind the composed smile and the confident posture was something none of them could see. A woman who went home every night to 4 daughters and an empty half of a bed. A woman who had learned to be strong because there was simply no other choice. Her husband had left when the girls were barely 2 years old. 4 identical little faces staring up at her from the same crib. And she had decided that night she would never let them feel the weight of his absence. She had worked, fought, sacrificed, and succeeded, but success had a way of being very quiet company. Her daughters, Lily, Luna, Layla, and Leah, were now 8 years old and sharp as needles. They noticed everything their mother tried to hide. The way she smiled at other families in the park. The way she paused sometimes at the kitchen window with her coffee going cold. The way she said, "We're doing just fine," a little too quickly whenever anyone asked. So they made a plan the way only children can, simple, bold, and completely without fear. The following Saturday, Ava took them to a community event at the local botanical garden, a fundraiser for the city's Green Spaces program. She was there in her capacity as a corporate sponsor, poised and professional, while the girls ran ahead to explore. That's where they found him, Liam Brooks, crouched near a broken bench with a toolkit beside him, patiently fixing it so no one would get hurt. He was not the kind of man who filled a room. He was the kind of man who quietly made sure the room was safe. He had kind eyes, warm hands, and a gentle patience about him that children instinctively trust. He was a maintenance worker for the city parks department and a single father to a 7-year-old boy named Sam, who was currently helping him hand over screwdrivers with great seriousness. The 4 girls watched him for a moment, whispered among themselves, and then walked over with the collective confidence of a small army. Lily, always the bravest, tugged his sleeve and said softly, "Our mother is sitting alone over there. Would you pretend to be our father, just for tea?" Liam blinked. Sam looked up, and then Liam looked across the garden to where Ava sat, perfectly composed and completely alone. And something in his chest recognized something he couldn't explain. He smiled gently at the girls and said, "How about I just come say hello, as myself?" The tea that followed was awkward for exactly 4 minutes. Then Sam knocked over a biscuit tin. All 4 girls dissolved into giggles, trying to help pick them up. And Ava looked at Liam with genuine surprise and laughed. Not the polished laugh she used at galas, but the real one, the one she kept hidden. They talked for 2 hours. He told her about losing his wife 3 years ago, about learning to braid hair from YouTube tutorials, about how Sam had once called a board member at the wrong number trying to reach his school. She told him about sleepless nights reading business reports with 4 little girls asleep on her lap. They didn't try to impress each other. They didn't need to. Over the weeks that followed, they kept meeting, first at the park, then for coffee, then for long walks where the children ran ahead and the 2 of them simply talked, slowly learning that trust is not given all at once, but built in small, quiet moments of honesty. Ava learned that strength doesn't always look like power. Liam learned that softness is not the same as weakness, and 4 very clever little girls learned that sometimes the best things in life happen when you stop waiting and take a small, brave step. Love doesn't arrive with fanfare. It arrives like a gentle knock on a door you forgot you'd left unlocked. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to Kindness True Stories, where every story reminds us that compassion is the greatest strength of all.